one single press, the giant log screams, splitting into pieces. The wood splitter charges into battle. No mercy, no pause. Each plank shoots out like a bullet. This is the arena of steel and pressure. Welcome to Woodpath Channel. The wood cutting and splitting machine stands like a powerhouse in the lumber yard. With a solid steel frame and a powerful hydraulic system, it operates with sharp, forceful movements, leaving no room for hesitation. A large log is placed on the platform. In an instant, a sharp saw blade slams down and slices through the wood decisively, the screech of metal against grain ringing through the air. Immediately afterward, a strong hydraulic push deep in a quiet green forest, where sunlight filters through the canopy and wind whispers through the trees, a compact machine breaks the silence. The gas-powered wood chipper comes to life. No need for electricity, no boundaries to hold it back. With a full tank of fuel, this little powerhouse becomes a mobile solution for taming fallen branches, dry limbs, and woody waste in remote terrain. The engine hums like the heartbeat of a forest worker. The chipping begins, crisp, rhythmic, unstoppable. One branch after another disappears into the machine's mouth, shredded into sharp, clean wood chips. While the operator stands nearby with minimal effort, the machine runs tirelessly. No brakes, no fatigue, releasing a stream of mulch directly into the forest floor, blending into the earth like it belongs. This is more than a tool. It's a smart, mobile solution for foresters, farmers, and land managers. Compact, portable, powerful. The gas-powered wood chipper, your reliable partner in any landscape, from backyard paths to deep woodland trails. In a spacious lumber yard, the Pro 28C log splitter stands firm, ready to take on heavy-duty work with pinpoint accuracy. Its solid frame, powerful hydraulic system, and razor-sharp blade define the strength of this Pro model. The operator gently pulls down the control lever, instantly activating the hydraulic ram, which pushes the log forcefully forward. The long log is driven straight into the fixed steel splitting wedge, and upon contact, the log cracks cleanly, either in half or into quarters, depending on the wedge setup. The machine works rhythmically, with consistent pressure and clean execution. No shaking, no wasted movement. The split pieces fall into a collection zone below, or are pushed aside neatly, forming organized stacks of firewood ready for transport. The lens dives close into the heart of the machine, where mechanical movement becomes a dance of precision. A steel pusher glides forward rhythmically, pressing each log toward the spinning circular saw. In a blink, the wood is sliced clean, then pushed ahead, where a sharp splitting wedge waits with calm resolve. Every motion is in sync, as if timed to a metronome. And then, neat, uniform billets emerge, flawless as if crafted by an exacting mold. In the quiet countryside of Prisaboro, where the wind rustles through the treetops and life moves at a measured pace, a new sound rises, deep, steady, unmistakable. It is the sound of machinery, of labor in motion, a hydraulic wood splitter at work. The machine stands firm, forged from heavy-duty steel, its wedge sharp as a blade forged in battle. But rather than roaring with brute force, it operates with a patience and precision that speaks volumes. Each rough log, marked by sap and time, is carefully placed onto the platform. A slow, deliberate push begins, as if there's no need to rush. And then, with a satisfying crack under immense hydraulic pressure, the wood splits cleanly and evenly, transformed from raw timber into usable fuel in mere seconds. The machine continues its rhythm, relentless, accurate, one push after another, one clean split at a time. Each piece of firewood drops into the tray below, uniform and ready, destined to warm homes when winter bites. No team of workers is needed, no deafening roar from engines. Just a single operator, a faithful machine, and hours of consistent, efficient output. This is a perfect example of the philosophy, less, but better, where humans and machines work in harmony to harness nature with intelligence and economy. The hydraulic wood splitter from Prisaboro is not just a tool. It's a symbol of resilience, mechanical brilliance, and the power of simplicity, the Polish way, where small machines bring forth big results. The woodbine log splitter hums steadily in the busy lumber yard. The air is filled with a mix of engine sounds and the crisp crack of splitting wood. A man sits beside the machine, calmly operating the hydraulic controls, his eyes fixed on each log that enters the system. Each log is guided onto the splitter's bed, carefully aligned before the steel blade drives down. The wedge slices cleanly through the timber, producing uniform firewood pieces in seconds. Once split, the finished wood falls directly onto the rear conveyor belt, moving along smoothly and without pause. The conveyor extends all the way to the edge of the yard, where a waiting truck stands ready to receive the processed load. One by one, the pieces slide into the truck bed, stacking neatly into a growing pile, a testament to the system's efficiency and precision. Wood-splitting excavator, a steel arm turned into a blade of the forest. The excavator crawls methodically through the log yard, its hydraulic boom stretching out like the trained arm of a seasoned worker. At its tip, a cut-and-split head, part saw, part splitter, fully weaponized for timber. Each log is grabbed, lifted, and cleanly sliced in seconds. The cut piece is immediately fed into the splitter, where uniform firewood chunks spill out, landing in neat rows across the completed yard. No conveyor belts, no extra stages, just one operator, one machine, and an entire forest processed with precision. The wood-splitting excavator doesn't just work. It sorts, it commands, it transforms raw timber into ready fuel on the spot. A custom-modified excavator fitted with a special boom, not with a digging bucket, but with a dedicated wood splitter mounted at its head. The entire system acts as a massive steel arm, engineered to handle logs up to 80 centimeters in diameter. The operator carefully maneuvers the boom, positioning the splitting blade against a large log. Strong steel claws grip the log firmly and lift it into the air. Then, with each crushing blow from the mounted splitter, the sharp steel blade drives deep into the timber, ripping the log apart piece by piece. Each split sends a clean crack echoing through the forest air as the wood fractures with raw force. The broken sections fall to the ground one after another, building a pile, while the machine resets for the next cut. The entire scene blends the mechanical with the primal, a creative, powerful use of engineering where a custom excavator becomes a mobile splitting unit, ready to operate deep in the woods without needing a stationary work site. On a golden afternoon, under soft sunlight, a woman stands beside a specialty firewood splitter designed for cherry wood. Her hand firmly on the control lever, she operates the machine with steady precision, Sturdy chunks of cherry wood are fed into the splitting blade. At times, the blade struggles to cut through the tough timber, producing sharp whistles and noticeable resistance. The woman quickly steps in, gently freeing logs stuck on the splitter blade, assisting the machine to keep the process smooth. This scene shows the seamless cooperation between human and machine, bathed in warm sunlight, crafting an efficient and lively workday.
Man, this brute force 1424 made quick work of those 2 cherry logs. We have about half a tote here. The good thing about cherry is that since it's a specialty wood, we can sell it for probably $40 for 50 pieces, which is almost double what we sell for oak. But I know the barbecue guys in our area here are gonna be super happy that we're selling this stuff, so I can't wait for them to come and pick it up. If you guys are in the market for a firewood processor, I highly recommend you check out all the models that Brute Force offers. You'll find a link in the description below this video. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for future videos. We'll see you on the next one.
The Kegel device, shaped like a conical spiral auger, is securely mounted onto the arm of a mini excavator. Before drilling begins, the operator positions the auger precisely at the desired drilling location, typically on clay soil or compacted fill ground. The mini excavator activates the Kegel auger, causing it to rotate steadily while applying downward pressure using the weight of the excavator's arm. Thanks to its spiral design and conical shape, the auger gradually drills into the soil, forming a round, cone-shaped hole that widens toward the surface. The hole is formed quickly due to the high rotational speed and the auger's efficient soil penetration capability. In many cases, the completed hole is later used for driving piles, installing concrete posts, or placing underground piping. This method is more cost-effective than traditional pile driving techniques. The compact size of the mini excavator allows it to operate in confined spaces, such as urban construction sites or residential areas. It also offers high maneuverability, fast operation, and minimal disturbance to the surrounding ground surface. In a bustling work environment, the bright red firewood processor with a circular blade roars to life with impressive power. The steady hum of the engine fills the air as the gleaming steel circular saw spins rapidly, slicing through timber like a knife through soft bread. Logs are fed one by one onto the conveyor, gently carried toward the cutting blade. Upon contact, the high-speed rotating saw slices through each log cleanly and decisively, sending fine sawdust and tiny wood sparks flying into the sunlight. The freshly cut section is then pushed by a hydraulic ram into the splitter, where it's broken down into neat, uniform lines. Manual log splitting, no machines, just muscle and a sharp axe. In a quiet setting, a young woman stands before a pile of large logs. She raises the heavy axe high above her head, mustering all her strength, then brings it down with force. The sound of steel striking wood rings out, sharp and clean, as the log cracks open with a satisfying snap. This is traditional log splitting, no engine, no hydraulic force, just raw human effort. Each swing of the axe is a challenge requiring precision, power, and determination. A single large log may take several hits, several angle adjustments. Yet this method brings a deep, primal connection, human against wood, using only the simplest of tools. Palex KS43S, a seamless symphony of cutting and splitting, facing off against a serious log. A massive, dense log rests on the end feed table, the kind only serious machines dare to touch. The Palex KS43S steps in with steady, calculated confidence. The circular saw blade spins to life, roaring like a forged steel saber. It moves with sharp precision, SHHHK, slicing Multitech 2040 XP90, the blazing orange wood-splitting powerhouse roars to life. Beneath its bright orange armor lies a machine built for war against the toughest logs. The Multitech 2040 XP90 starts with a thunderous diesel growl, hydraulic arms stretching forward like steel talons locking onto their wooden prey. The circular blade spins at high speed, cold, sharp, and merciless. In a blink, it slices through thick timber with surgical precision, cutting clean like heated steel through bone. Before the log can fall, it is thrust into the splitting chamber. A massive steel wedge descends with crushing force, splitting the wood into neat, even pieces. The scream of the saw, the crack of splitting wood, the hiss of hydraulic power, all fuse into a mechanical symphony of dominance. The Multitech 2040 XP90 doesn't just process firewood, it commands it, with every cut and every split a declaration of unstoppable force. Spalt-fast lift, steel claws, the power to split oak. Amidst a scattered pile of oak logs, the Bi-Stingy Spalt-fast lift stands out with its sturdy gripping claws made of thick steel and a powerful clamping force. The claws open wide, fully enveloping a large oak log, then slowly tighten like an unyielding iron hand. The operator gently lifts the log and precisely positions it for splitting. Once the claws hold firm, a strong pushing force drives the log into the splitting blade, cleaving the tough oak trunk into even, square sections. Each piece falls onto the yard, ready for the next processing step. The Spalt-fast lift is more than just a splitter. It combines the flexibility of the gripping claws with the strength of the splitting blade, making it an optimized machine for handling heavy oak processing tasks. Halleck's KS43S 720. With the auxiliary splitting blade attached, speed and precision are taken to a whole new level.
І зарплати тоді не треба буде. Двойної, блядь. Куди тоді тройна, нахуй? 100%. Ну, прошуруй, Коль. Будь здоров.
Pine is fine, and she commands the brute force 14 to 24 like a true firewood pro. In a wood yard piled high with fresh pine logs, sticky, fragrant, and golden in the sun, the brute force 14 to 24 stands tall, its red frame gleaming like forged steel. Beside it, a woman steps up and grabs the control lever with purpose. With no hesitation, she pushes the lever. The saw blade spins up, screaming through the air. The pine log is cut clean in one stroke. Instantly, the hydraulic ram shoves the piece forward into the splitter. A single push, crack, and the log falls apart into neat, uniform pieces. She doesn't speak, doesn't need to. Every movement is calm, efficient, and practiced. With this machine at her side and pine logs before her, she proves the point. Pine is fine. Don't get worked up about it. The Multitech 2040 XP2 wood processor, one of the most advanced firewood machines available, is in full operation at the timber yard, delivering outstanding performance. Designed to handle logs with a diameter of 16 to 20 inches, this industrial giant features a powerful saw system paired with a 12-way wedge splitter, capable of reducing a single log into a dozen uniform firewood pieces in mere seconds. Logs are preloaded on the in-feed deck, resting in neat rows, ready for processing. One by one, each log is hydraulically advanced into cutting position. When aligned, the large circular saw drops with a decisive strike. A crisp, slicing sound rings out as the steel blade drives through the dense core of the wood. The freshly cut log section drops onto the chute below. Without hesitation, a hydraulic pusher moves in, sending the chunk directly into the splitter assembly. With immense force, the log is driven into the 12-way wedge, a radial array of sharpened steel blades that instantly cleaves the wood into multiple even pieces. The entire sequence, cut, drop, push, split, unfolds in a matter of seconds, repeated over and over in a fully automated cycle. The Multitech 2040 XP2 isn't just a machine, it's a compact, high-efficiency wood processing line, where mechanical force, precision engineering, and speed come together in seamless synchronization. The Series 8000 wood cutting and splitting machine works tirelessly in a vast lumber yard. The worker attentively controls the machine, syncing perfectly with its relentless roar. Each precise cut, every powerful push splits the wood decisively, without pause. The split logs are carried by the conveyor, piling up into a small mountain of timber nearby, a testament to perseverance in the fusion of human strength with machinery. The DR Rapid Fire 28-ton is compact, versatile, yet impressively powerful, an ideal choice for families or individuals who process firewood at a small scale without needing industrial-grade equipment. It uses a kinetic flywheel system that delivers powerful, lightning-fast splitting action in just seconds. One operator is sufficient, though having an extra pair of hands to help load and position logs makes the work smoother. A log is placed on the platform. The lever is lowered. A steel punch launches the log into the waiting blade. In an instant, the log is split cleanly with no resistance. This machine is not only high-performing, but also incredibly user-friendly, making it accessible even for those with little to no experience with heavy equipment. Especially useful during cold seasons or for those who need to stockpile firewood regularly. The DR Rapid Fire 28-ton proves itself as a dependable, hard-working assistant, requiring minimal effort while delivering maximum results. The Spaltfix K415 Posh, compact yet powerful, is engineered to streamline the firewood processing workflow with remarkable efficiency and precision. From the outside, it appears clean and minimal, but inside lies a coordinated sequence of robust mechanical operations. Each log is fed into the machine via conveyor or manual input. As soon as the log reaches its set position, a sharp circular saw blade swiftly drops down and slices the log into even segments. Without delay, the cut section is pushed directly into the splitting unit, a robust steel wedge, often in a box or star configuration. With high-pressure hydraulic force, the log is pressed firmly into the splitter, instantly breaking it down into multiple uniform firewood pieces. The entire cycle, feed, cut, split, output, runs smoothly, efficiently, and without chaos. No excessive dust, no uncontrolled noise, just clean, powerful, synchronized motion. The Spaltfix K415 is an ideal solution for small to medium firewood operations that demand performance, safety, and compact design all in one reliable machine. The DR Rapid Fire K34 Pro XL is compact yet powerful. It harnesses the decisive kinetic force to split wood quickly and efficiently. Logs are securely placed on the platform, and the operator firmly lowers the lever, like a steel punch, propelling the log with immense force toward the razor-sharp, splitting blade waiting patiently to tear through the wood with perfect precision. Every motion is swift and powerful, the machine acting like a relentless warrior, breaking down tough logs into neatly sized, precise firewood pieces. Right next to a modest house in a quiet setting, The FP for 80FR firewood processor in bright green stands out like a vibrant engine of purpose. Though not massive in size, the machine radiates strength and reliability. A man stands beside it, confidently operating the control lever. Each log is fed onto the in-feed table, where the fast-spinning circular saw makes quick, clean cuts. Immediately afterward, a hydraulic ram pushes the cut section forward into a sharp splitting wedge, breaking it into uniform firewood pieces. The machine moves in a steady rhythm, cutting, pushing, splitting again and again, without pause. Sawdust drops below, while neatly split firewood is stacked nearby. In the calm surroundings, the hum of the engine and the crisp crack of splitting would become the soundtrack of hard-working simplicity. Amid a frozen timber yard blanketed in white snow, the red Weidemann 1240 stands out like a spark of fire in the icy landscape. Mounted on the front is the Hahn HFP 150 Compact, a compact firewood processor packed with power, ready to tackle the frozen oak and pine. The machine moves toward a large log resting atop the snowy ground. With a precise pull of the control lever, the hydraulic arm guides the log into the cutting chamber. The spinning blade bites into the wood with a sharp, icy scream, like steel slicing ice. Moments later, the log is pushed hard into the splitting wedge and cracked. The frozen timber bursts apart, split pieces tumbling into the snow, releasing steam as warm fibers meet the freezing air. Cold wind whips across the scene, carrying sawdust and mist, while the machine works on relentlessly. In this harsh landscape, the Weidemann 1240 and HFB 150 Compact are more than equipment. They're a symbol of strength, durability, and efficiency in the heart of winter. Kirpan CV22 Pro and Lindner 14, machines that still need a human hand. Massive logs are pulled steadily into the steel arms of the Kirpan CV22 Pro, powered by the reliable Lindner 14. Beneath the dusty light of the timber yard, Each log is lifted upright like a pillar, waiting for the blade to do its work. From above, the cutting wedge lowers slowly, heavy, and deliberate. But this machine, despite its strength, doesn't work alone. A man stands beside it, like a father guiding his child, turning the log, adjusting the angle, steadying its weight. The machine may have power, but it needs guidance. The splitter groans softly, stalling briefly when it meets a knot of resistance. Still, the man stays close, correcting, encouraging. It's not just a display of power, it's a partnership where man and machine complete each other. One supplies force, the other supplies finesse. In every split, every adjustment, there's something deeply human, an old rhythm of labor where technology still listens to the hands that shaped it. Amid the scattered logs, the Wolf Ridge 17RS stands bold in its striking red coat, glowing under the sun like a machine forged in fire. This isn't just a log splitter, it's the trusted extension of a seasoned worker's hands. A man steps forward. He rolls a solid oak log onto the cradle without hesitation. No wasted motion. One hand on the lever, the other steadying the log. Crack. The blade drops with lightning speed, slicing the oak clean in half. No strain, no resistance, just raw, efficient force. Without pause, he loads the next log, rhythm fluid, movement practiced. The machine responds instantly, blade dropping again and again with mechanical certainty. Every stroke is precise, every second used. Man and machine move as one, transforming a rugged pile of wood into ready-cut firewood in mere minutes. Fast, focused, flawless. Wolf Ridge 17RS doesn't just split wood, it accelerates the workday. The One Tyrex hydraulic log splitter is a modern, powerful machine designed to quickly split large and tough logs. It features a sturdy steel frame and a reliable hydraulic system that delivers strong and precise pushing force. When a log is placed on the support bed, the operator activates the hydraulic system, and powerful hydraulic pressure from the cylinder pushes down the sharp splitting wedge. The wedge rapidly descends, splitting the log into evenly sized pieces. The process is fast, continuous, and runs with minimal vibration or loud noise. The neatly split pieces are pushed out, ready for transportation. The machine operates smoothly and reduces labor effort, ideal for woodworking workshops and medium to large lumber yards. The Wemetic Turbo Spalter ECO 15-ton stands firmly, its straightforward design built for rugged performance. Every split speaks of raw mechanical power. A man in work clothes cradles a thick log in his arms and places it carefully beneath the splitting wedge. With a sharp movement, he pulls the hydraulic lever. The steel blade begins to lower, slow but unstoppable, pressing the log until it cracks with a satisfying crunch, splitting cleanly in two as if torn by iron hands. Each log is loaded by hand. Each lever pull begins another cycle. The machine isn't flashy or noisy, but its effectiveness is undeniable. The split wood falls neatly into place, stacking up steadily, ready for transport. In the stillness of the yard, only the sound of metal meeting wood remains, the steady rhythm of real, honest labor, enduring, grounded, and full of purpose.